And I want to repeat what Aaron just said, that it is so important that you're here today. And I personally am very, very grateful to you for taking the time this morning, to your teachers for bringing you here, to Sherwood for hosting us, and to this wonderful, wonderful team who's put this together. And I'm going to take just a few minutes because really, you're not here to hear my voice. We're here to hear what you have to say. That's what this is all about this morning. But I think it's important to provide a little bit of context so you understand what it is we're trying to do. All of us in this room know that over the last year and a bit, we've been engaged in some pretty challenging stuff. You know that. We've been engaged in making hard decisions about our high schools. And you've all been a part of that. And we know that that's been very hard, and we understand that that's been very challenging. But the purpose for today is a little different. The purpose for today is to really think about and help us understand from you what makes a high school great. What does it look like? What does it feel like? That's what we need to understand. We keep speaking from an adult perspective around what high school should be, and I said to the trustees, we got to listen to what our students have to say about this. We have an opportunity right now in Hamilton Wentworth District School Board to create for the very near future what we want our high schools to look like. That's what we need from you. You know, all those times when you're dreaming about, I wish we could do this, or I wish we had that, or I wish we had the opportunity to do this and that. Those are the kinds of things we need. So that's one whole significant piece of this discussion this morning. What makes a high school great? What would you like to see? How should we do it? The second part of this, because you've told me this last year at the forums, what kind of choice in terms of the programs you take? What kind of choice would you like to have? What do you think we could do better on? What do you think we're already doing well and we should continue? What do you think we should stop because it's just not meeting your needs? Choice for students in high school in Hamilton Wentworth. What does that look like? And the last piece, we have this thing in the board called strategic directions. Every single board in the province of Ontario has a strategic directions. But I'm very conscious of the fact that the strategic directions for our board are probably written in what I would call the adult perspective. So I'm going to say what it is. Our strategic directions say that achievement matters, engagement matters, and equity matters. That's what they are. But my bet is that you could help us use language and create images and pictures and use all of the technology that you're probably more comfortable with than many of us to bring that strategic direction to life, because the only reason we're here is because of you. You are the most important people in this whole thing. And if we're not focusing on what you need, what you want, what you say, then we're not doing our job. So that's what the purpose of this morning is, and I am really excited to be able to have the opportunity to walk around myself and just listen in, and if I do, don't worry, I just want to hear what you have to say, and at the end of the session, I'll come back up to the front, and I'll be available to hear some of your questions that might emerge. And I'll be honest with you, I may have to take some of those questions back if I don't have the answers, because I'm going to want to give you the most authentic answers that I can. So that's the purpose. And before we move into the actual voice part of the morning, I want to be sure that you know that Lexi and Sydney are here. Why don't you stand up, Lexi and Sydney? These are our student trustees. And they do great work on your behalf. And the reason why they're joining us is because, do you know how at the beginning we said that you're here giving us your time today, which we appreciate, but we want to be sure that students across this board have the opportunity to provide their insights as well? They're my link, you see, because they're going to be visiting every single secondary school in the next while to try to continue the dialogue that we start today. Thank you. Be as honest as you can. Give us the best insight that you can, because our commitment is to make our schools the greatest so that you can be the best. That's the plan. Thank you so much.